Okay, all right. This is a fitting song to do up here at the Orchard. Does anybody know about the Tally War? Is that something you talk about on the hayride? Oh, well. So really, almost any railroad and a lot of the roads that we have, particularly some of the older ones, are actually going along what was a narrow grade railroad road that was built and then later was just converted into a horse traffic or then later automobile traffic road. But almost all of those roads were built with, they were built with human labor, but a lot of that labor was convict labor, and a lot of times these people were actually arrested under totally made up rules. They weren't really, we wouldn't consider them breaking the law today, but there were laws designed to put them in jail so you could, put them on a chain gang and not pay them to work. But actually, this section of railroad here, maybe Bill will correct me on this. He's familiar with the Tally War, I'm sure, but was actually built by a lot of it by Italians or the Tallies, as people would call them. And there's actually a few Italian fellers buried after there was a little bit of a labor dispute. And honestly, I would tell you about the history of that, but I've heard so many different accounts at this point that I'm not exactly sure the real details of what happened. But in fact, there are, I think, 2 men that are buried in one of the graveyards down in North Cove. But they built a lot of the railroads that came through here. But this song is called John Henry, and John Henry is one of the most popular old songs, but it's actually talking about a guy working on a chain gang. John Henry was a real guy, and he was thrown in jail for apparently making eyes at someone that he shouldn't have been flirting with or looking at, and he was thrown in jail and eventually died of tuberculosis. Anyway, that's a happy story. But it's a great old song. I learned this from Ray Dillinger too. And also Wayne Ledford, who was another guy I learned a bunch of old tunes from. Who bring the water before I die? John Henry went to the White House, and they laid him down in the sand. And every time a freight train rolled by,